The year was 2016. The institution warden at Drumheller Medium Security Prison was desperate to save the lives of a group of prisoners who had almost died due to an unintentional overdose. They'd heard about the benefits of prison animal programs and reached out to the founders of the Positive Support Canine Learning Program. The program dogs and handlers traveled to Drumheller not knowing the lives they were going to impact. During their visit, a program evaluation was done containing interviews with program participants and staff. Using this data, my thematic analysis first looked at how stigma was experienced by that specific group of prisoners and how it was internalized into their identity. Based on this, I then looked at not just whether the dogs were able to alleviate this internalized stigma, but also how they did it. This is their story. 3 dogs are at the heart of the program. Annabelle, a bulldog who loved people more than dogs, Subi, a boxer who is emotionally intuitive, and Kisby, another boxer who loved to play on visits. This program sought out to achieve with this group of prisoners what was thought to be unachievable: connection and a perceived sense of support. The program participants' internalized stigma was described in 3 primary ways. First, they felt that nobody cared about their development as individuals. Second, they had been collectively labeled as criminals with a number of negative stereotypes attributed to them. This included labeling them as addicts, aggressive, and failures. Third, they felt that they couldn't be trusted because of these internalized stereotypes and that they were constantly being watched within the institution. How could these 3 dogs change not only these inmates' paths to survival within the prison environment, but how they thought about themselves? How could they convince them that 2 boxers and a bulldog wanted to love and be loved by them, and that they were more than the negative stereotypes society had convinced them that they were? Well, they did this in 2 primary ways. First, they cared for participants by being emotionally and physically present and displaying unconditional love. This was as simple as the dogs being excited to see participants, licking them, cuddling with them, or even being an attentive ear to listen. This physical contact and acceptance as individuals was something these participants couldn't experience in their regular environment, and it showed them that the dogs truly cared for them and that they were worthy of being cared for. Second, they felt that the handlers and the dogs trusted them quickly and that they were able to work freely with the dogs. And they felt that they weren't constantly being watched within the prison environment and they were able to relax. Since this data collection, all 3 of the program dogs have passed away, but the impact they made in that program and with those participants lives on. Annabelle, Kisby, and Subi showed how the care, non-judgment, and trust they provided can positively impact the trajectory of incarcerated individuals, all things we as humans aren't always great at. Let's learn from them.